Let's go. What's happening? That boy crew, what's going down? Yeah, man. Yeah. Boy, thunder. Blue. Hey, what's going down? Blue. Hey, what's happening, man? What's going down? Yeah. Yeah, what's going down? Hey, work here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Why we share? Why we share? Late, late, late. It's still time to go. Let's go. Ah, hey. Whew. So let's do. Get up there. Let's start playing around, boy. Oh, yeah. And it's so important to get this stretch on. Because as you get older, man, I've had my back go out, and I got too old to this. Uh, this is before I had my back injuries and whatnot, but I had my back go out, working the wheel, working the wheel and jumping, just coming out, no stress, no nothing, and just going to it. And my back went out. Mentally, I'm trying to, I feel the pain, but I ain't know, I never experienced my back going out, so I never knew. I was trying to push through it, and the more I went, the worse it got. Now it almost got to the point where I'm trying to finish my ab routine. Over here. I'm trying to fit the shot over here. I'm trying to fit. I'm trying to fit. Finish my ab routine, and man, I couldn't even finish that. And it had me out for the rest of the day. I had to relax. Uh, you know, go through some stuff to get back normal. But all of that, that's the reason why I stretch the way that I do with the wheel. Sean, sit. That's the way I stretch the way I do with the wheel because as I do this, I can kind of gauge. and feel, you know, the soreness in my body and all that extra stuff, man. Because trust me, it's better to take your time and go through the motion and from taking your time. Because the one thing you don't want to do is get injured doing this. You ain't starting to work out so you can get injured. Yeah. But yeah, all right, I'm getting time. Let's go. But the will is a cornerstone, man. For sure. You gotta be careful working the wheel because very important to keep the core engaged at all times. If you relax, like hey, your lower back or something, put your foot strains on. Jump, jump. Hey, get up there. Get up there. Started working the wheel. I just try to do like five, five rolls, go down and up 5 times, rest, relax, just do it for a set amount of time. Take whatever kind of rest you need. Just continue to work it. I know people that all they do is work the wheel. And of course, it's right. It's right, you know. So overdue. Slip away our soul. Go to the Lord, peace and glory. Slip away our soul. Hey, get hot boy. Gonna be a hot for this summer. Yeah. Gonna be a hot for this summer. Hey, man, what's today? Monday? Yeah, every day is Monday. For as the workout is concerned, for as these goals are concerned, for as these lifestyle changes are concerned, every day, Monday, but by law, and calendar say it's Thursday, so it's Thursday. But every day is Monday. I mean Friday, excuse me, it's usually Friday. hear a lot of people talk about for certain individuals how genetics is a play. It depends on your goal. And I don't think genetics plays a part for the physical health for getting in shape and getting a fully defined uh, physique. The shape and build of a person plays on genetics. Pick anybody can get a six pack, even with loose skin, if you have a whole bunch of weight. You just get that loose skin. It tell you what your build will look like fully defined. You either got 10 packs, 8 packs, 6 packs, off of genetics. Cool. Yeah, man. If I could say one thing is the most tedious thing out of my workout is the core. It's the core. Yep. Some people do the core before, some do it after. Yeah. Some do it before, some do it after. Man, yeah, man. Core is the most tedious thing out of it all. And some people like to do core after they work out or before they work out. Me, I always choose before the workout because usually I've been through it before, uh, going through the whole workout, and then you get to the end of the workout, you be like, I'll do it tomorrow. Or I'll half-ass it, just do a couple of a little, play around a little bit and then call it when, I'm missing out. For me, I do core every day because part of my routine, if I get a little pudgy or whatnot, I know as long as I can, I still have the same power or will to complete the ab routine. It just becomes consistency and doubt, and I don't have to think about anything. But everybody's diets are different. Uh, their bodies are built different. Genetics, that does play a part as far as the food intake and how your body reacts to it. So all of those things play a part. And if you chasing after, uh, a defined core, how far, what you gonna do? Because I know people that do core uh, heavy. for once a week, and they ripped up. I know people that do it every other day, and it worked. I know people that do it every 3 days, and it worked. And then you got people like me that do it every day. Um, the majority of folks that I've seen do core, uh, the majority of folks that I've seen do core, um, what you call it, every day. They're usually in some type of competition per se or something for the most part, uh, on average, but to each his own, man. So when you talk, you're working your core. When you walk, when you do any kind of motion, you're working your core. Oh, Michelle, you're working your core. So by me doing the core, or what I've learned is by me doing my core at the beginning of the workout, it just intensifies the burn, and uh it just keeps that, I don't know, uh extra pressure, I guess you could say. Because when you hitting the bench, when you squatting, when you doing anything, turning, bending over to pick up a weight, uh lifting the weight above your head, anything, you're working your core. So, you know, but we'll sit up there and forget about the importance of handling the core. And it doesn't even have to be about being defined. I mean, it's very important because we'll focus on everything else except for the important parts like our lower back, the things that go out as we get older, you know? Yeah, so I would say one of the most important parts for me is making sure that I never forget core, you know? Especially because I've got the injuries that I had. I need to ensure that my lower back has some kind of strength, stability, and balance, you know? True story. Yeah, man. Cool, man. That's that's part of your whole balance. Your core is part of your balance, you know? Yeah. So, oh, get off my mat. Get off my mat, move. Hey, I got Michael. Yeah, man. I just need to sharpen up. Go back to the drawing board today. So focusing on around the world, you know? Yeah. Gonna be around the world today. Pull ups, push ups, dips. Going through the motion, then go forward with these burpees a bit. Prepping myself, man, because you know, getting ready to put in some real road work. And I ain't just talking about one day. So, calmness before the fall. The whole work. Gonna be 3 weeks of road work. Yeah. I ain't talking about necessarily from a dog perspective. I'm talking about from that Sugar Ray Leonard perspective of work, road work. Yeah. Yeah, from that Sugar Ray Leonard perspective. Wait, y'all, look at my damn man. Turn on move. Holy, he's very late. She been out one late. Yeah. Y'all know what it is. Show, get up there. Get up. Go. All on my damn mat. Wait, man. Yeah, so getting I'm getting threats. Can't make this up, man. Man, it's like so much hate in the world. Everybody think it's just them. You know what I'm saying? People hating on them or whatever the case may be. You'll find yourself surrounded. You'll find yourself surrounded. You know, one thing I would say, all is wrong, all the hate, everything going on around in your life or like outside of this time frame right now, I ain't had to it. I ain't here to be holding the job. Man. On the ground, man. On the ground. Man. Let's go. Move to the word. 240 and 40. Yeah, it's going down, man. 40 minutes around the world. Yeah. Then we're gonna rock it out with the birthdays, man. Spring cleaning today, boy. Let's go. Sir, yes, sir. Hey, what's happening? What's happening? John. Yeah, man, you gotta be a warrior in the garden, you know. Warrior in the garden, man. Um, everything doesn't have to be Everybody knows Michigan. So I usually would do you know, 13s and whatnot, 23s on what I do around the world. But today, humbling myself down to 10, 20, 10. Uh, in the process of that, slow it down. Get the most out of it that you can. You know? Yeah. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sometimes we gotta humble ourselves, slow it down. You know, uh, the good pain, the bad pain. The good pain is in the resistance. It's in the resistance. So coming down, you go a little slow, coming up slow. Not the pause. You always gotta enjoy the pain. Good stuff, the strain. People be going through the motion to get it over with. Nah, man, one of them damn dogs party. Yeah, but hey, look, Muhammad Ali said he didn't start counting until he felt the pain. Now I ain't just gonna do that. I ain't on that time. But the message, the message, you know, yeah, the message within that. Muhammad Ali said he didn't start counting until he felt the pain. And I'm gonna say this again. I ain't supposed to do all that, but but we run from that strain. We run from the strain. No, that's where you find your purpose at. It's in that burn, that fire. You know what I'm saying? It's turned out. I've been through the fire. That burn, that strain. Every time. No rush. You ain't got to rush through this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all about the numbers being up. You got to find yourself in that pain and that strain. Then you gotta learn to look for it. Because a lot of us our mentality is we're gonna try to get through it. Look for it. You know what I'm saying? Strain, where are you? Pain, where are you? Don't run from the fire, run to it. Huh? Don't run, don't run. You gotta look for it. You know what I'm saying? Look for it. Yeah. Like, man, it's like, can't win, can't win when you end up on the come up and on the grind. This way you be and guiding yourself. So you don't bleed during the war. This is where you gonna do it. You know? This is where you build yourself, man. And I'm out of there. But see, the thing is, we don't we don't recognize that we be running from. Now I hope you gotta run through it. And strength. Yeah, slow it down. Slow it down. You know, you apply that pressure right now in the heat of your practice. That pressure don't mean nothing on the game, but take your time. Look for that pain. Look for that strength. Don't rush. Get that burn. Run to the fire. We running to that fire. We running to that burn. We ain't running from it. Yes, sir. What's happening? Hey, Steve, what's going on? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's all we doing. We working on ourselves, you know? And these are the things that are build the confidence. You know, these are the things that help you in the midst of chaos. You've been working for it, working towards it, preparing your mind, body, and soul, you know, to deal with life. Life, don't be trying to push back, pull it down. Man, hey, hey, and here we go. And put it on time for everybody, man. But see, I don't address this on a regular basis because I got to stop and do this. And the whole thing is, I'm not coming up here to try to fix. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got skinny calves. But mind you, I don't lift weights. If I legs look better than most people that be in the gym trying to grind height, hello, hello. Skinny legs, huh? 2 big legs, huh? Bet you couldn't push me over. Bet you couldn't push me over. Now back to the script. Back to the script. Yeah, I got skinny calves. But don't get it twisted, man. I'm holding this weight. See, I'm on that slimmer build. I want to be able to have my shirt on and look regular. I don't want to be looking all muscle bodybuilder. Take your time. But see, I'm not coming up here trying to flex. I'm not trying to come up here and try to prove myself as a bodybuilder or a power lifter. This ain't about me. This ain't about that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable with my physique. I'm comfortable in this body. I can do the work for you. You know? But just imagine every time somebody stops, I gotta move my bad leg up to try to flex or stop and show a vision. Man, come on. Come on, man. I outdo most of y'all on these legs with no weights. No weights. Crazy. It's crazy. But man, yeah. Now, but I'm calf genetic. Uh, I don't give a damn. I don't care. I never had. But hey, you grind. Take your time. Look for that bang. The good kind. Look for that strain. The good kind. Keep it going. Don't quit. Yeah, man. Uh, Sometimes even going through these workouts, bring you close to your guy. You know, uh, there's a lot of things that can bring peace in your life. And you can tell when people wake up and they choosing violence. See, it takes a lot more for a man to push for positivity than it does for him to push for negativity. But that's a battle within itself. You young, you can keep on this. Huh? Yeah. You can keep on this. Because I would think maturity comes with age too. Now I'm going to realize I've been known it, but man, you gotta want it. You gotta search for it. You can tell the mindset of people that don't try, don't even attempt to look on the right side. See, it's not, and most of those folks that talk down on you, come to your life and talk down on you. When they get knocked down, they can't get up. See, it's a mentality. It's a mentality. When you get knocked down, you get back up. When you get knocked down, you get back up. You get knocked down 5 times, can you get up 6? You been knocked down 6 times, can you get up 7? Now, the ones that's choosing this negativity over positivity, they can't get up. They stuck down. They stuck down. Yeah. See, you youngsters, you just keep on living. Huh? Huh? You youngsters, you just keep on living. Because I tell you what, you run around with a mentality like that, poking and jiving, you're going to see how long you live with a mentality like that. Only on a negativity like that. How many people in your circle you drown with your negativity? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. The mentality, darkness. You know what I'm saying? What's that thinking of life? If nobody, to nobody else, to your immediate friend, man, these folks here, dog. And the ones that be coming through making them crazy comments be the ones that be the pedos that are doing a random, you know what I'm saying? The masses for no reason. Yeah, that's, yes, sir. That's what it is. That's what it is. I know if I kick it out, it's gonna come back. I know if I kick it out, it's gonna come back. If I don't get anything else, I get to build. Yeah, you know, I don't, you know, I don't take pride in trying or attempting to make somebody the bottom of the joke to make me feel better. I don't take pride. I already told y'all. I already told y'all. I'm for the underdog. You know what I'm saying? I'm for the underdog. I'm for the ones that they said can't do it. I'm for them. You know what I'm saying? That's who I'm for. Yeah. True story. True story. Like, it's a blessing to be on. Yeah. see, see yourself as man. But now, hey, like, look, I can't stress this enough. You're a product to your surroundings. If you want to be a millionaire, you hang around millionaires. You hang around millionaires, right? We all probably walk around unconscious, conscious, period. So first of all, you look around you and it's more bad than good, more chaos than not, more, more meaningless arguments and so on and so forth. Uh, you are a product of your surroundings. You are unconscious, unconscious. Like you depressed and you or down on your luck or whatever negative thoughts. You need to start pouring positivity into your life on all angles. The music you listen to, the content you ingest, the conversations you hold, the comments you relate. You don't practice. You don't practice. Yeah. Well, I can't even say that, Steve. I can't even say that that's a one, but there's never been world peace at one time. You know what I'm saying? But what I can say is, as far as what I'm allowing in my life, what I allow in my life, I can control. You know what I'm saying? The people I choose to talk to, the people I choose to be influenced by, rub elbows with. We not, it ain't beneficial, it's artificial. If it ain't positive, it's negative. You know what I'm saying? Period. Period. And pride is ahead of the drug. Pride is ahead of the drug. Pride will make you man not back down for some bullshit. Pride will put a man in a whole world of hate. But the worst thing about is pride is sink a man with no direction. Pride will bury a man with no direction. Pride will bury a man with no morals. That's his death cop. Pride with no direction. Might as well throw a shovel in their hand. You know what I'm saying? See, it's a You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Real talk. You know, some of us won't realize and won't face the fact that we are followers. Some of us won't face the fact that we need to have a source of positivity. Huh? Huh? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I've never, I've never pulled for nobody with the underdog. My entire life. My entire life. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. It just is what it is. You know, I never was that kid that wanted the juggernaut team. You know how everybody play a game, they want the best players, the best this, and then they want to max it out. I've never been there. I've never been there. My squad is my squad. Who I roll with, who I roll with. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Yes. Because when the little guy win, and the story, what he went through is completely different. You know what I'm saying? You beating back yourself in practice so you don't bleed during the war. You beating back yourself during practice so you don't bleed during the war. Tom Brady, underdog. Kurt Warner, underdog. But nobody was paying attention to him when Kurt Warner was begging groceries. When Brett Favre, you know what I'm saying? Twice as hard. Twice as hard. Twice as hard. Twice as hard. And nobody looked at you. And nobody was looking. You know what I'm saying? The odds are always pointed against you. The underdog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm here for them. I support them. The ones that's all the way down the shape and just struggling to get by. You can do it. I'm here for them. I'm here for the ones that really want to get somewhere. That's tired of being in a situation. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. 7 days a week, I'm here. Let's go. Man, you know what I'm saying? The one been knocked down 9 times, but got up 10. Got up 10. You know, them, you know, yeah, them. Everybody wants the juggernaut, the best of the best. No, not me. You know, this is what it is. And you see it in everybody's day-to-day do. You see it in their character. Man, you know what I'm saying? But when he got there, Man, man, how many of them folks would have quit in that way, along that way? Huh? How many folks would have quit? You know what I'm saying? Them. Hey, Paul, what's happening, bro? What's happening, my G? Going through the motion, you know. Man, yeah. Now, pride is a hell of a drug, you know. Man, like, just see what it is, man. Yeah. Another thing to get it right. Another thing to get it right. But it's 74 degrees right now. Man, I'm running from it. Run to it. Don't run from that train. Run to it. You know, uh, you know, if you was, oh, ooh, if I was, yeah, nah, it's gonna be a hot one over here down here, man. You know, yeah, yeah, man. But these days, man, paying attention to yourself, you can learn a lot that you didn't even know about yourself. A lot of us don't know. We named it. A lot of us don't even know the name. You know what I'm saying? Some of us today don't know how to be positive. Yeah, you know. Um, Sometimes we don't have that strength. Yep. You know, uh, it helps me. It helps me that I'm naturally an introvert. So I will say that. So I have no issue at separation. I have no issue with separation. I have no issue in being in a room by myself, alone, without thoughts. Um, some of us don't have that strength. But even though I have that strength, doesn't mean that I'm focused on being positive. I still have to take the time to feed myself. See what I'm saying? Just because you separate yourself doesn't mean that you won't survive life. And I'm not talking about change the world. He's talking about you, the thought process, keeping you alive, hell, moving forward. See, a lot of us have lost hope. A lot of us have lost hope Won't admit it. Won't admit it. Yeah, I'm saying, man, my generation and the generations before me are all different than these last three generations. And I don't, oh yeah, they're still good people. They're still good people. But like, it all starts with our thought process. It all starts with our thought process. You know what I'm saying? Hey, salute. Salute. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, the thing is, bro, man, we be out here, man. And nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows the trouble y'all seen. Nobody knows the y'all. You know what I'm saying? We go through this life. We go through our day to day. We have our conversations. Then we do it, But for real, you carry a lot on your shoulders. And it bleeds out. It bleeds out. Especially these youngsters with no direction. You know, the ones that always had an attitude towards their parents. Didn't have one single parent. Don't know how to act. They're the ones that come on here making threats on my life. They're the ones that come on and say whatever to anybody. They're the ones like, man, it's crazy. Crazy. It's crazy. But like I said, you youngsters keep on living. Just keep on living. Keep that same attitude. See where it gets you in life. All right, so check it. Yeah, I mean, he's saying this is the whole deal, but it's so much you can tell from a person in their day-to-day news, the mentality, and the whole nine. Like, I can tell you more about a person who had working out with a person than they would care give the credit for. I can tell you more about a person by interacting with them, playing games, and doing so on and so forth. People can't hide their character. It's a good trait of being playing poker. You know, I can tell you down there everything I need to tell about a person's character just by working out with them. Whether they're in shape, out of shape, never worked out, or just started, or in tip top shape. I can tell you. Tell you. You know, it's a thing about your will. You know, it's a thing about your thought process. The thought process of a person. The birth time. Okay. The thought process of a person tells you everything about capability. Tells you everything about capability. You know, having heart to play a part, but having it's a whole bunch of things that play in a part. Because you don't necessarily gotta have heart. It's different ratios for different people. This person might have heart, that heart might carry the other way. This person might run off intelligence and knows how to calculate and make educated guess, you know, how possibly and put it together. You know, this person might be just straight dumb with like no sense at all, but so adamant, so persistent that they will bang their head against the wall until they broke that wall. We all have different things that get us there, just like cars, just like cars, you know. But look, so, but it's also, but it's all, you know, equivalent, tripping up my words. It all adds up to the thought process. Period. Period. You know what I'm saying? The way you think. The way you think. Let's just say, you know, back in the day, playing Madden or NBA Live or any of that stuff, right? Yeah. And you know, if you was a gamer, you know, back in the day or whatever, you're gonna play the game with somebody and they got the team and they done hit everything like it's regular. All the players' names are the same, but they done hit all the attributes. They done they hit all the attributes, right? How do you think they go about their thought process in life? See, it's the small thing that we do in our thought process that adds up to other things. You know what I'm saying? You know, and as humans, the life that I lived growing up, I had no choice but to stay because it was detrimental for me. It became a skill, a skill. You know, listen here. Let's just say I don't know. I say, hey, your assignment is to figure out how to do 1,000 push-ups in less than an hour. You might have 10 people or X amount of people that's thinking about, okay, I'm gonna try it this way, or I'm gonna do it this way, or I'm gonna have to work this way. It might take you better, but I'm doing it this way. All that they're gonna try. That's the thought process. These got people off the back. You can't do that. I can't do that. Such is so cool. It's a thought process. So when it comes down to doing work, when it comes down to really putting, come on, shut up, what's that? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But some of us, you know, some of us past that point. Some of us are past that point of having that father or didn't have it, or whatever the case may be. This is the reason why we need to focus on ourselves. This is the reason why we got to learn ourselves and pay attention to the things that we do that hold us back. We don't know our thought process is what's holding us back. We don't know these things. You know what I'm saying? That kid that always wanted to have the best of the best teams, you know, to play with. Don't get it twisted. Everybody wants this and this and that. But it's a thought process. It's a thought process. You know, when you start sitting up there and thinking like that, like I say, what? Don't get it twisted. You know, winning is something in itself. Winning is something in itself. But the ones that have that thought process, that always look for the out, the easy out. They never pick up wheel. And they never pick up skill. And the only skill they can work hard not to work. Work hard not to work. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a thing because Those very people that say the have nots, I cannot, or the cheaters, and so on and so forth. If you were to take, if you were to take, they will break from, from, which is like Steve was talking about, oh, the UFC fighter. 12 years we could take. 12 years we took it from. Follow. You know what I'm talking about? It's a different caliber. It's a different caliber. It's a different mentality. It's a different mentality. You know what I'm saying? More than always find a way to get through whether they cheated or whether they just found a way to get it. Right? Properly, improperly, whatever. What happens when they take their loss? What happens when they take their loss? See, most of them have been taking losses every single day. When nobody's looking, they taking a loss every day. Working hard, taking losses every day. And the next person sees somebody shine, never witness the grind. They see somebody make it look like it's so easy. You know, Kobe Bryant, you know, make it look so easy. Game time. Steph Curry, make it look so easy. But they're not seeing the losses and the hard work they're doing in the background with nobody looking. Floyd Mayweather, the loss that he took. Because I don't know if y'all know, Floyd Mayweather, he didn't lose. He took a loss. But when Floyd lost, I gotta give him to him. He cried like a baby. Like a baby. He worked hard. He was your all. And then it's taken from him. Or cut short. You fall short, so I can my hair back. You fall short. He cried like a baby, man. Straight up. And didn't take a loss after that. Didn't take a loss after that. You know what I'm saying? Well, 50 and 0. After that. So, what happens when a winner loses? A real winner loses. Yeah. Straight up. Yeah. But here, if you want to talk about him, if I would give him any superpower, his superpower is consistency and this cornerstone here. You know, humble body. That's the cornerstone. I think that's his superpower. And I'm really into he's one, you know what I'm saying? I'm one that he's one of the ones that I've studied. And I'm into combative sports, but Not necessarily the game time. Not necessarily when the bell rings. I like the what are they doing behind the scene? What's the work they putting in? What's the buying mentality? What's the build up post? I mean, the breakdown post. But what's the build up pre? That stuff right there is where what is everything means everything. Yeah, it could be the most classic or classic matches of our time. You gotta honor them. But what was the mentality? What was the workup? You know what I'm saying? Because during these major fights, these major build-ups, majority of the time, one or both of the fighters are going into the ring not 100%. They not 100%. Let that sink in. They don't put their body through the ringer just to get there. Now it's game time, and they got to show up, and they not 100%. There's a reason why I talk about that bone work, you know. Uh, and I'm using that terminology strictly from Sugar Ray Leonard, you know. Uh, when they had those long matches, when it was round after round, way up to the team, where do you get that extra fuel from? And I don't think there's anybody who magnified that the way that Sugar Ray Leonard did. The way that you would see him be depleted of energy. 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 12 rounds, 13 rounds. And all of a sudden, 14 and 15, he looked like it's round one. The road work, you know, the grind, the going into the darkness, to the deep waters, the deep waters, man, during practice. And making it the thing. Because you know, as Sugar Ray Leonard would say, if I put it in the bowl work, and that's in the word, I put it in anything into itself. I put it in bold. I put it in bold. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me put it. The each is on because not everybody is trying to reach their peak, but still having a mentality of just wanting to help and changing your mentality is the start point. Changing your mentality, and and who is more cognitive than out of the two. You know what I'm saying? Chicken right there, be talking, walking, still doing a little couple of workouts and out time earned, man. But respect because first of all, you talking about warriors of a whole nother caliber. Warriors of a whole nother caliber. Um, yeah, warriors of a whole nother caliber. And they both made. Yeah, Thomas is words. Yeah, yeah. But now they both made Hey, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's what I say, man. The pre and post are what matters a lot to me. It's just the story, the video. It's something about uh bagging groceries. You know, you bagging groceries, and you get a call from the St. Louis Rams to go play football, and then 2 years later you in the Super Bowl. It's the story. It's the story. You know, my question will be, take notes. Hey, Kurt Warner, tell me about your low point. Tell me about when it all gave up on it all. Did you give up on it? You know what I'm saying? Because the ones that you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, like the hard part. You show me people with storylines or people that was down and then they found their way out. Those are that's the inspiration. That's the motion I need. That's the inspiration I need. That's the knowledge, wisdom. Hey, what did you do to get through this? I may not have been through this, but I might be on my way to it. What did you do? How did you change? And the majority of things that I find out is because of mentality. No mentality is there. You know what I'm saying? And you'll find that what I do, what I have recognized, what I have realized, that's why I study the military a lot, military history, and so on and so forth. And a lot of that sport, pre and post, right? The mindset that you need to have to be active in the military, whether you're a mechanic, infantry, what say, but no matter what it is so hard pressed into your mind, it becomes second nature and a thought process. Whatever you have to do, I don't care if you got to clean toilets or make your bed up in the military. It is hard pressed to the point that it becomes gospel. To the point that you don't think about it, do it. You know, these things are things that we can apply to our own life if you deem it necessary. If you deem it necessary. Some of us have to create some form of change or discipline or doing something that we don't like. You know, the build up for, you know, the big fight, whether it's MMA, boxing, kickboxing, whatever. The things that the focus, the mindset, the way that you have to carry yourself. You know, the you know, you have to set a lot of things aside, you know, but we don't practice these things. We don't practice. But we'll practice negativity all the time. We practice seeing somebody else, or they try to do things, they're trying to find a way to push your story. When my homeboy used to tell me, I will be the president, I ain't president, got and I'm saying, True story, man. But nah, man. Uh, the person you're surrounded, if you don't have the mentality, the strength, stand on your own and find your way, you need to link up. They need to link up and find the group, the people, the person, the mentor that's going in the direction that you want to go. You don't have to hold hands and say kumbaya. They don't need to get who need to know you. You will be watching them from afar. But you are private in your surround. You are private in your surround. And I wake up with hate on my mind. I'm afraid of hate. It's gonna leak out at some point in time. Might not be today, might not be tomorrow, might be a little bit, might be a lot. It's a mindset thing. Mindset thing. Anything that you say that you can do, you can't. Anything that you say you can't do, that's him. That's him. That's him. With that being said, if I did say, hey, by the end of the summer, you got to do 1,000 push-ups and that's out. Most people be like, I can't do 20 right now. I can't do it. You say you can. You say you can't, you can't. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I know. What do y'all call it? Southeast. Uh, well, I don't know, man. I'm not from there. I was something like that. The Southeast, the Southeast, what's that movie, man? What's that movie we'll get that, man? Where he say, hey, go to the party, say, hey, I need to go hurt somebody. Can't ask me times, you can't ask me questions, you can't like, what movie was that, man? Hey, that's a good movie back then. And and I'm like, he's like, he take you down, bro. I'm like, yeah, come on, let's go. Yeah, man. Now it's based on a true story on uh Monster, man, home of Whitey. Yeah, Whitey. Yeah, Boston Tea Party. But hey, speaking of Boston, Tom Brady, you know, my whole thing is all the brains that Tom had, the comeback they had against Atlanta, all of that. That's dope. That's dope. But I want to know, Tom, what was you thinking coming out of college? What was your mind? What was your thought process going into the draft? You know what I'm saying? How did you feel when you were the very last pick? I'm talking about they be 8 kickers before a kicker. You know what I'm saying? He was the very last pick in the NFL draft. What was your mentality? What was your mentality? What was your thought process at that moment, right then and there? And then what was the build up after that? Because at that point in time, the storyline between Kurt Warner and Tom Brady, I was living in St. Louis at the time. And see, the story of the Rams is a story in itself coming to St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's what's up. The story of the Rams coming to St. Louis is a story in itself. I'm getting to the sport. So I'm going college, and I can't do it because I'm playing D1 ball. But when the Rams came to St. Louis, they had Long Bears and Phillips and a couple other people, right? I remember this. They came on the news and they said, hey, they talking to the locals. If you think you got what it takes to try out for the St. Louis Rams, we need you to come on down. That's how bad it was for the Rams. That's how bad it was for the Rams. True story. True story. Hey, John, I'm a big time Joe Montana fan, without a doubt. But without a doubt. To sit on the sideline and well, yeah, I'm a big time Montana fan. But the Rams went from that from, hey, if you think you got what it takes to try out for the Rams, come on down. Crazy. That's crazy to hear on the news. Crazy. To picking up Kurt Warner from Bagley Motion to 2 years later in the Super Bowl. That's a story. That's a story. That's a story alone to hide. You wasn't always up here, man. You wasn't always up here. You know what I'm saying? And then you look at Tom Brady, we in the last pick. He very last pick in the draft. He didn't even start. You know what I'm saying? He was behind Bledsoe. You know what I'm saying? And Bledsoe got in watching the game. Watching. Who is this Tom Brady? Super Bowl time. Who is Tom Brady? Who is the dude? I'm watching. Put on the couch, blowing up like this, running these turtles, running back, D1, sitting in college, watching the Super Bowl, watching them bring it all the way back. Tom Brady come in from halftime and tear everything up. I just knew the Rams was going to win. Who is Tom Brady? You know what I'm saying? Man, you know what I'm saying, John? And I'm like, but I still didn't know who he was. Never knew he was the last person in the draft. There's a lot of, you have all this stuff. But like, if I forget everything else, what did it feel like being picked the last in the draft? The very last in the draft. Then Kurt Warner, what did it feel like giving up on everything? You bagging groceries at a grocery store and get a dollar. Now you go to the Super Bowl with another underdog. With another underdog. Now we talking about will versus skill. But son, you said in the art of war, man, the moral law. Whose moral law is strong? Huh? Whose will to win is strong? It's different. When you're talking about, always riding on top, you tell me, you show me ones with their lowest time, and I shouldn't put our band and stay on. But if I could ask Tom Brady, if I could talk to Kurt Warner, I want to know about their lowest, not their highs. I want to know about the lows. I don't want to know about the highs. I see the highs in my face, in everybody's face. You understand? They in everybody's face. But I want to know about your lows. And I don't want to know about the lows from the majority of folks that can't come out of it on that level. I want to know about the one. I want to know about your Paul Mitchells. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all know about Paul Mitchell, the hair thing. You know, the hair school with the hair products. That's it for the day, man. It's just like work because we got 3 weeks of real road work coming up. You know what I'm saying? Non-stop. I'm about to go through it. But Paul Mitchell is another one. This is outside of sports and everything. A true underdog. A true underdog. The hair products. The hair school. Paul Mitchell. Do you know the dude who started Paul Mitchell? Was broke. Came up, got with a group, created a company, made a couple million, went black broke, lived in his car, was homeless for 5 years. 5 years homeless, living out of the car. Then after that, created Paul Mitchell. Not only did he create Paul Mitchell, he created a tequila that we all know called Patron. Yeah, he sold Patron. The dude who created Paul Mitchell is the owner of Patron. These are true underdogs. You show me a man who, at his lowest point, and I'll tell you what kind of man you are, or what kind of man that is. Yeah, but you know, all the other side, man. If I could talk to Kurt Warner, if I could talk to Tom Brady, I wouldn't want to know about the odds. We all see them. I don't want to know about the goals because those are where you find that's where you find yourself in. That's where you gotta go through that fire. You know, you're not just flying high in the whole nine. Eagles just don't come out the bad boy flying. They get kicked out the nest. They get kicked out the nest. You gotta learn. You gotta fall. You gotta go through it. You got to. But the ones that learn how to fly from that fall, it's going down. They're going down. The ones that falling and they figure out a way how to spread their wings and learn how to fly. They tell me about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to talk to Tom Brady and ask him about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kobe went through his situation in high school where he would write names down across the wall on the cool. You tell me about your low points. You tell me about how you had to overcome them. That's when you can tell. That's when you see the man before you, not the one with the juggernaut team, the one who's always been winning, never, ever had a loss. Never had a loss? Ever? Nah, bro. I don't need that for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nah, but that's where you can get your tools at. That's where you, like I say, man, they said nobody on earth could break a 4-minute mile until a human broke the 4-minute mile. And when people see it, when they see it, then they believe it can be done. And now people are breaking that 4-minute mile. I've never done this. You know what I'm saying? That's what crazy. But I'm just saying people are breaking that 4-minute mile. I told the story about David guy breaking the pull-up record. And there were 4 people that broke the pull-up record after that. And then 2 weeks ago, a week ago, an 18-year-old broke that pull-up record. See, people don't believe things. They don't have it. If you say you can, you can. And if you say you can't, you can't. Period. 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 You know what I'm saying? Man. But straight up, man. It is what it is, man. I don't even think about that. I got nothing but love for y'all. Y'all know what it is. Man, you know. Like I say, man, it's like it was like today, like yesterday, just going through the motion. But nonetheless, still keeping the strain. We look for the strength. That's what we don't. We're not just running from it, even if you're going through the motion and stuff, sometimes you still gotta have some kind of even if it's low maintenance pressure, still need to keep it up. The power is in the routine, the strength is in the consistency. The power is in the routine, the strength is in the consistency. And that'll pick up your confidence. The best thing that you can have is to be confident within yourself. But the same thing that can make you laugh will make you cry. The same thing that can make you laugh will make you cry. So, being humble in your confidence is highly important, man. Because like I say, the same thing that'll make you laugh will make you cry. You be overconfident, you will find yourself in a world of hurt. In life, there's always something to bring you back down to earth. There's always somebody that can outdo you. Even, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, man, however your mentality is, being overconfident, the same thing that'll make you laugh, make you cry. Overconfidence, promotes ignorance. Ignorance promotes vulnerability. Vulnerability promotes, you about to get done in, somebody take advantage just off of the fact you put yourself in the whole world of hurt. So keeping a good heart, man, finding a way is harder. Like I say, man, everything comes with momentum. You build momentum. If you stay on a negative thought process, that momentum is going to keep the negativity going, and then it's going to spread to the circle around you, your family, kids. It's going to pour still low. You're going to share it. You're going to share it with them. You know what I'm saying? So, what are we working for? What are we working for? But, hey, man, sleep with the giants, wake with the monsters, and eat with the lions. You know what it is, man. Yes. Well, hey, that's a line right there. Yes, sir. With the machines where ignorance ends, man. And Socrates traveled the world. They told Socrates, hey, he's the smartest man in the world, man. Why don't you go travel the world and just so you can, see and let us know, go check and double check to make sure like you're the smartest man in the world. So he go and travel the known world at the time. Socrates goes and travels the known world at the time, and he comes back and they like, man, didn't you see it, don't you? You're the smartest man in the world. Socrates like, nah, the one thing that I learned is I know nothing. And that's a true statement, man. As the older I get, the more I realize I know nothing. True, it comes with time, man. You start to focus, and the more you can recognize and start to focus on yourself, life starts to have more meaning. It starts to have more meaning because you can start to take care of the folks around you from a different perspective. But anyway, enough of that. Hey man, you are the master of your fate, the captain of your soul, captain of your fate, and the master of your soul. Don't let anybody tell you what you can and can't do when you the one putting in the work. Hey, that being said, man, I love y'all. I love every one of y'all, man. The name of the game is taking care of yourself. I need y'all to be selfish at this point in time in the morning. You gotta have some time to focus on yourself and build yourself up. Whether it's your time to stop and start reading, to build yourself mentally, if it's your time to have prayer time, if this is your time to be a prayer warrior, and you need to have if you're a meditative person, you need to meditate. If you're a person that needs to work out, are you doing all of the above? This is the time in the morning for you to be selfish, focus on you, and then go out there and conquer the day. But other than that, hey, much love, peace, and I'm out.
Not fairy tales, shogun standing tall, boy, you build brittle. We built different.